Hello friends, and welcome back to another pick a card reading. This time we have messages that you may need to hear right now, so please go ahead and select one of these 4 groups. This time we're doing it a little bit differently in that I have revealed the first card of each pile. That way it'll be easier for you to determine what message you might need to be hearing right now. So for group 1, we have the answers you need are coming. For group number 2, we have you're very close to achieving your goal. For group number 3, we have communication is key, and for group number 4, we have a personal issue reaches resolution. So please take a moment if you haven't already, and please go ahead and pick the group which best aligns with you right at this moment. Alright, so now that you have gone ahead and picked which group belongs to you, let's go ahead and get started with group number 1. There will be timestamps down below for you to jump to your specific reading if you picked one of the other ones, but for right now, let's go ahead and start with group number 1. So hello, group number 1. We are here with your reading. So let's go ahead and just start with this top card here. We have the answers you need are coming. This feels like some of you are out of balance in this group. I feel like for this group in specific, some of you are rushing something. You're trying to achieve something at a very quick pace. It's not going to happen if you're rushing it, okay? So why are you stressing out about something that should be happening instead of just focusing on the here and now? That's kind of what I'm getting from this, especially with Gemini, because Gemini is kind of a quick moving type of energy that I'm feeling. And I feel like there's something to do with expectations. Yes. Okay, so let me move some of these out of the way. So let's put this guy all the way up here as our top card. We also have the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time, and then body scan. So especially in conjunction, these two specifically, I'm really feeling like some of you are rushing something. My light's kind of blinding this out, but it's called the rhythms of fate and the tickings of time. So that to me feels like some of you might be rushing into something or are trying to make something happen before it's ready to. I don't know how true that is for some of you, but it really feels like you're stressing over things that haven't happened yet. You're trying to force things to go at your pace instead of just accepting when they should, naturally be occurring. And especially with this one, I think it's time to really look inward. Why are you so stressed? Why are you feeling rushed to do something? What is it that you're needing to do that can't be done, say, in a week from now? That type of thing. You really need to check in with yourself and do a body scan and kind of get to the root of why you're feeling this specific way. And I feel like that will help you. It might also help you reconnect. Okay, this also makes sense. We have connect with Gaia. To me, this is like meditation. This is, again, reconnecting with yourself. This is about grounding. Try to do that meditation exercise. What 5 things do you physically feel right then? What is around you? What are you hearing? What are you smelling? Try to stay present in the moment instead of worrying so much about the future. The future is going to happen no matter what. You can't control it all the time. Sometimes you just kind of have to let things exist and happen for you. We also have a curiosity and untamed. Again, this all feels very fluid to me. Allow yourself to be yourself. Don't hold yourself back. What are you holding yourself back from? Are you stressing so much that as a result you're holding yourself back? That could be possible as well. But don't be afraid to be curious about the world and be curious about yourself and take the next step of things. Don't let the unexplored parts of you, the curiosity card, don't let those go under the wayside, because sometimes you really need to look inward to find those parts of yourself. And then we have take the next step and spiritual truth. Okay. Again, this makes a lot of sense. Not only do you need to take the next step in regards to yourself and to how you're feeling at the moment and to really kind of dive into why you're feeling so stressed out, but again, these two cards together are really giving me the message of looking within, but I'm also getting that you need to take control of your life in a specific way, and I feel like the way that you've been doing it is not quite working for you anymore. Okay. Also, we are going to quickly pull an Angel Answers card, so go ahead, think of a question you might have, and we will get that pulled. Okay, so here's our Angel Answers. So have a question of mine that you may want answered at the moment. A simple question. This could be timing potentially. I don't typically like to do timing, but this deck does indeed have timing cards. So just hold the space for that question while we shuffle until we get our answer. If it would kindly come out, that would be fantastic. Again, I tend to only take jumper cards. They're kind of my favorite thing. I just feel like it's more authentic and genuine if the cards are flying at your face like, hey, look at me, I need your attention right this second. I also do have my Kipper cards handy to maybe see what it could be in regards to. Okay, so the card that we got is no. So whatever question you were asking, the answer is more than likely no. I am going to pull from my Kipper deck just to see potentially what this could be about. Let me shuffle a little bit more off camera just because frame rates and all that fun stuff. Okay. So I actually wound up getting a few here. This feels like it's in regards to a house. Are you looking to maybe get a loan or trying to find somewhere to live? I know especially right now it's a little bit difficult to find places to live. But it feels like the one that you're looking into right now may not happen the way you want it to, or may not at all. Or maybe that this loan specifically isn't for you. The only reason I'm saying loans is because we have great fortune and wealthy man, and that's like the first thing that popped in my head. But that's what it kind of feels like. Also, I kind of want to note to be careful of a wealthy man, if they're within your bubble. Because I feel like it's going back to that whole rushing feeling. Don't rush into something just because someone has a lot of money. Okay? So thank you so much, group number 1. I really appreciate it. Thank you for trusting me to do your reading for you. If you like it, please leave a comment down below. Go ahead and subscribe. That would be amazing. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, group number 2. So we are here to start off your reading. So let's go ahead and look at this top card. We have you're very close to achieving your goal. So this group already is obviously feeling very goal-driven. This feels like you're wanting something to happen like very soon. I don't know if you're waiting on a promotion or hearing back from a job, but it feels like you've set something in motion, okay? So let's go ahead and pop him up there. And let's look at what else we got. So we have be careful of signing contracts and dimensional shift. So right away, I do think something is going to be changing for you, but I need you to be careful about signing specific contracts. Make sure you're reading on the dotted line, you're checking everything, and make sure that you're knowing what you're getting yourself into, because you don't want to get yourself into a bad situation. So don't get ahead of yourself. Don't rush into things when it's too soon, but change is starting to occur. So I think if you're waiting to hear something, you probably will hear back in the nearest future. Okay, we also have water magic. For me, water magic always tells me to look at my emotions and how I'm currently feeling, because water is very in relation to emotions and feeling things, especially in tarot, because the water suit cups is in relation to the water signs. So this is about really looking inward. If you're someone that's not particularly comfortable with feelings, you're gonna probably have to get comfortable. But I think it's asking you to look within and ask why you're so obsessed with this promotion. And obviously, everyone gets obsessed when it comes to work and stuff like that and things of that nature. But it's also, don't forget to take care of yourself, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because at the end of the day, we're all made of water. Most of our bodies are made out of water. So don't stress yourself out to the point where you aren't really taking care of yourself. Drink some water. Take care of yourself. Eat. You don't need to worry about this all the time, okay? We also have traveler and routine. Now, I don't know if you're in this group, if you travel for work, you might, or maybe you're looking to travel for work, maybe you're looking to move for work. It's entirely possible. But I'm feeling like your routine might end up being disrupted soon if it hasn't already, specifically because of the traveler card coming out with routine. This to me feels like a slight disruption, a little bit of a chaotic energy, not a bad chaotic energy, just something that you're not used to, and that could be also why you're stressing out, is because you're used to having all the answers. Sometimes you don't need all the answers, and it's okay to be more flexible, okay? I think that's going to be the main message, is to try to be a little bit more flexible, just a little bit. Let's look what else we have. So we have enchanted, or be enchanted rather, and growing community. Don't forget to remember why you got started and what you're getting started in, okay? Don't forget that feeling of when you first started. Don't get so caught up in the stress and the hustle and bustle of everyday life that you forget what that's like. The world isn't so black and white that it has to be this way or no way. You know what I mean? There is an in-between area, that is a gray area, and that's okay. You also have people around you that are trying to support you and love you. But to me also, by seeing the growing community card coming up, I'm wondering if you're going to be moving into a different field or a different department. So, there's some sort of change, again, that I think is coming, but you're going to be surrounded by some pretty good people. Like, I don't know if you're afraid of that sort of change happening or what, but I do feel like it's going to be a good change for you in the long run. So even though it might not feel that way, it is a good thing. Now I am going to go ahead and pull from our Angel Answers deck. So please, if you have any sort of question in mind, just think of it, keep it in mind, and we will shuffle in just a second. Okay guys, so we have our Angel Answers. Let's go ahead and get this going. So again, just hold the intention for your question. It could be yes or no. It could be timing potentially. And again, I don't particularly enjoy doing timing questions because I feel like they're unreliable, but this deck does have timing. So we have compromise. Okay, that fits with everything that we have seen here. You have to compromise a little bit. You have to be able to bend. Not everything needs to be so black and white. Be more flexible. I'm also going to pull a Kipper card just to potentially see what else could be out there or what this is in regarding. Okay, we already got that too. Yours was fast. Main female. Okay, so you're the main character in your story. This doesn't necessarily mean female. However, since we also have water magic, females are more associated with the water. Tap into your feminine side, tap into those emotions, and figure out why you're so worried about this and why you're trying to control the situation. Because again, you don't need to. Things will unfold as they're supposed to, but don't be afraid of a little bit of flexibility. Thank you so much, Group 2. I hope this helped you. If you did like it, please leave a comment down below. Please go subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for trusting me. Hello, group number 3. We have your reading here, so let's go ahead and just start with the top card of communication is key. Right away, I'm getting that there's some sort of barrier in communication. There's either a breakdown in communication, and this feels somewhat romantic, if only because we do have Gemini, so we do have the twins thing going on here, but this feels slightly romantic, so I'm going to address it in a romantic form. So if this isn't you, this may not be the reading for you right this second. But for this specific group, this feels romantic. There's a breakdown somewhere happening. Again, this feels romantic. I feel like it's time to take a step back and maybe kind of reevaluate where your communication lies. Yeah, get this guy up here. Let's go ahead and take the next 2 cards. Okay, we have reset and spell it out. Yeah, it's time to take a step back. Not from the relationship, so don't say that I'm telling you to break up or anything like that. But in terms of resetting, it's time to A, reevaluate where you guys are, and B, talk about where you want to go and how the communication has broken down over time. It could be that you guys, there might be some built up resentment, is what I'm really getting. But it's time to really take that step back, as I've been saying, and try to reset things. Start over with a clean slate. Put all your cards, so to speak, on the table. It's time to actually talk and get things out in the open. You might literally have to just spell it out, but things need to be out in the open for you guys to continue to progress and for things to become in a more healthy nature. We also have prayers and wishes showing up here. So this is, to me, all about manifestation. Manifest the changes that you're wanting to see. Manifest it through your wishes. Okay? It can happen. But it can't happen if you're both not working towards it. and trying to make it happen. So make sure that's something that you both want. We also have balance and mystery. So for these two, it's time to find that balance between the two of you, because right now I'm feeling, again, I keep getting resentment. That's the first word that keeps coming to my mind. So I'm feeling that's kind of important. Even if you don't realize it's there, sometimes resentment is pretty hidden. It could be like, oh, well, he always goes out after work and doesn't come home straight to me and I miss him. Why does he do that? That's starting to build a slight resentment. And again, it's not a bad thing. It's normal. That's what happens. But you guys need to talk about it big time. Find the mystery between you two again. Find that spark, that fun feeling of being together. But like, do you know what I'm trying to say there? Anyway, let's try to go on to the next cards. We have projecting oneself and cultivate compassion. One or both of you are projecting your feelings onto the other. And what I mean by that is this is fear-based. So say if you have been cheated on in the past, okay? And your significant other is going out with their friends just to hang out, get pizza, whatnot. You're then accusing them, okay, well, what are you doing? Who are you with? Etc., etc. You're projecting that fear. And again, that's normal. But one or both of you is doing that to the point where you guys might be arguing about kind of the same thing, or you're arguing about stuff that you're doing to them, but you're saying that they're doing to you. Are you kind of getting what I'm saying here? It's time to bring the compassion back into your relationship, because so often, especially when any sort of resentment is there, compassion kind of goes out the window. Okay, it could be like, oh, well, I'm not feeling well, I'm sick. Oh, well, are you this sick though? That type of thing. Feel for each other again, care about each other. Not everything needs to be an argument, not everything needs to be a breakdown in communication. It's time to open up those channels again. We are also going to pull from my Angel Answers deck, so if you have a question of mine, think about it, bring it to the forefront, and I will pull a card to see what we can get for that. Alright, now that you've had a chance to think about it, we're going to pull from our Angel Answers and see what we get. This can be anything from yes or no to a timing question, although I do not like to read for timing because timing can be unpredictable and sometimes people just hold on to expectations of timing, and it can get a little bit frustrating because the tighter you hold on to an expectation or you hold on to an outcome, the less likely it's to happen. Sometimes it's best to just let things go with a grain of salt and be like, yep, that's going to happen for me. Cool. Okay. Yep, we got it's up to you. So it's, again, what's going on is up to the two of you, the three of you, however, whatever your relationship situation is, if you're together, if you're not together, etc. It's up to you two to fix it and if you actually want to fix it. I'm also going to go ahead and pull a card from my Kipper deck just to see what else we can get, to see maybe what this is in regarding to. Ooh. Okay. So I see mature man. This could be someone that's older than you, but this could also be that you're both wanting the other person to be a little bit more mature in the situation, but also that maybe you need to take control and try to restart things for the two of you. Thank you so much, group number 3. I hope you appreciate this. If you did, please leave a comment down below. Please subscribe if you like my content, and thank you so much for trusting me with your reading. Last but not least, we have group number 4 here. So we're going to start with this top card of a personal issue reaches resolution. So something I feel like is going on with you specifically. Like, I'm not quite feeling like there's someone else involved here. This feels like it's a very specific person. So I'm assuming it's you in this situation. I'm not sure if you're feeling kind of blocked in or boxed in or just like it's like you're in your element, but you're out of your element is what I'm really strongly getting. But something is not working specifically for you. This could be like staying at a job that you don't particularly like because you need money. And obviously it's life. You have to do those things. But it feels like you're almost losing a sense of who you are. I don't know. It feels like very stressed kind of energy and just frustrated, almost anxious, borderline depression. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the rest of the cards. So we have check to self, and we have the next right thing. Now this one always reminds me of Princess Anna from Frozen 2 and her song The Next Right Thing. So I feel like that's just kind of solidifying the depression thing coming up. I feel like you might have entered into this state without even really realizing it. Sometimes when we get so caught up with the hustle and bustle of everyday life, when we are, you know, stressing out about work, and we go to work, we come home, we eat, and we sleep, and go back to work, sometimes that routine can become exhausting to certain people. A lot of people thrive in it even. But regardless or not, if you thrive in this sort of situation of routine and monotony, actually, for this group, you're not thriving in it at all. It's frustrating you. It's making you feel like you are just in a box and you can't get out of it. Like you are stuck in this structure and you don't know how to break free or to find yourself again. And that's what's upsetting to me. It's time to cash that check for yourself, okay? I know most general tarot is like, oh, you need to take care of yourself, self-love, self-care. That's still very true. But I think for this group, you really need to tap into that. And I'm not trying to preach, you know, the cringy cliche stuff of tarot and spirituality and all that stuff. But self-care, I feel like, is very important here. You need to remember who you are. You cannot get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of everyday life that you are forgetting who you are. You have to do the next right thing for you. So whether or not depression is kind of starting to pop up because you're feeling stifled, or it's about to start popping up, or you've been feeling kind of tense, you really need to check in with yourself right now. Okay, so we also have follow your dreams, which is kind of going along with what I'm getting from here. Even if you're following something on the side, like say you have your main job, of course, and again, this is feeling like pretty job centric to me right now, or just life purpose, because those are often related. You feel like you're on the wrong path. That's what I'm getting here. And that's okay. We all stumble. We all go through that. You can't be afraid to follow your dreams though. Keep your main job, but you need to remember who you are. Do something on the side. Say if you like crochet and you're a real estate agent, but you hate being a real estate agent. In your free time, crochet. Sell them on Etsy. Start small. Do something that brings you back to being yourself, so we don't get into this kind of depression issue. We also have generosity and creativity, which is kind of, again, going along with what I'm saying. This group, you feel like you're very creative, but again, you're being stifled. You need to tap into that, and don't be afraid to share your gift with everyone. If you're an artist, post it. With watermarkings, of course, because we know how people are on the internet. But it's time to share who you actually are, okay? There's a creative spark here that I feel like has been doused, especially with this water here and all this water. Something has been doused. It's like that light has kind of just dimmed a little bit and you're just frustrated and tired all the time, and that's okay. Tap back into that creativity, okay? You need to find that inspiration again. We have inspire yourself and intentional legacy. The things that you're doing right now creates your legacy, who you are as a person, whether or not, you know, you're a good person. I don't know where to go with that. Everything you're doing right now creates that legacy and creates, you know, even your own memory of who you are. Do you want to look back on these years and only remember the stress, or do you want to remember the fun stuff that you did? Because ultimately, this is going to be more important than this, okay? Jobs are important. Yes, we all need money. But unless you're in a field that you love, chances are it's not going to be super fulfilling. You need to fulfill yourself in other ways, and for this group specifically, it seems to be in the way of creativity. Find that inspiration again. Find that spark. Even if you're just doing this in your free time, is this stress all you want to remember? And last but not least, we are going to be pulling from my Angel Answers deck. So if you do have a question in mind, just think of it right now. Take a moment to breathe, and we will go ahead and pull. Alright, so here we are with our Angel Answers deck. This could be yes or no. This could be a timing question. We got it right away. Okay, so we got in the near future. So if you did have a timing question, there's your answer. Also, I'm getting that you're going to start really realizing what's going on with you in the near future, and maybe sooner rather than later, you need to take the steps to kind of connect with yourself again. Let's also go ahead and pull from my Kipper deck just to see what other information we can potentially get. We have gift. Again, to me, this kind of reminds me of being creative and stuff like that. If you like giving gifts, do it. You also may be receiving a gift in the near future. It could also be the gift to yourself of tapping back into this, okay? So I really want group number 4 here. Remember who you are, okay? At the risk of sounding like the Lion King, you gotta remember who you are. So thank you so much, group number 4. If you like this, please leave a comment down below. Please subscribe if you like my content, and thank you so much for trusting me with your reading. And also, as a closing message, we are going to pull one more angel answers just to see if anything can come out for the collective. Ask your angels. Again, if you're not religious, I'm not. Ask your guides. Ask for some guidance. Even ask your friends. You might be needing some support right now, and that's kind of what I've been getting throughout all of these readings today. We're all needing kind of a little bit of support to kind of start feeling like ourselves again. I know I can get lost in my own head, and sometimes it's just better not to, but it's hard not to do it at the same time. So let's just pull one more and see what else we can get out of this, if it wants to ever come out. Okay, it did. Yep, it's up to you. So that to me is all about taking charge of your own life. You don't have to sit back and allow things to happen all the time. Yes, allow for the universe to help you and things of that nature, but don't sit back and wait for other people to do it for you. You're the one in charge of your life. You're the one in charge of this reality. Take charge of it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you like this video, if you liked your reading, please leave a comment down below. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And thank you so much and have a great day.